My name is Ryon Phillips, and we attended Stonegate for 7 years before this recent transition to Midlothian Bible Church. I grew up in the sport world, played football growing up, was really involved, middle school, high school, got decent and actually had some offers on the table to go play collegiately. Went up to a small Division II school in Joplin, Missouri, and during that time felt a call to ministry of some sort, didn't know what that was going to be. And so after I graduated, I knew that I wasn't equipped, and so I went to Dallas Theological Seminary, where I got my master's in Christian education, specifically so that I could go into collegiate athletic ministry, is what I'll call it. And it was a dream come true when I did. I started off as an intern, unpaid intern for 9 months, and then they started to move me up. And after about 7.5 years there at Dallas Baptist University, ended up as the senior associate AD for internal affairs, which is just a fancy way of saying running the internal operations within the athletic department. The impact that I got to have on the students and coaches was phenomenal. I loved every aspect of my job. In the midst of that, I did feel that God was calling me there long term. Towards the end of my time, what happened to make me reconsider the longevity of my time at DBU, there were some things that had happened as far as just transition. So I served as the interim director of athletics for about 6 months, and as that time sort of ended as interim, and we got our new AD who came in, me and my wife stepped back and said, is this really what God has for us? And so as we started to pray through that and think through that, there were numerous times where we felt God prompting our hearts towards more full-time vocational ministry instead of an athletics career that allowed me to do ministry. And in the midst of that, that is really where the story of Joseph, and Joseph brings the summary of everything that happened right there in Genesis 50 when he says, what you intended for evil, God intended for good, to save the lives of many. And my wife and I, as we were reading through that and also going through the Follow Me series here at Stonegate, and at the same time experiencing that door closing, started to ask the question, okay, God, what are the things that you have done in our lives to get us to this point, and what is the good that you intend from these things? And so it meant leaving that comfort of knowing that I could be in an industry that I really loved and enjoyed, and it's terrifying. My wife and I always have this thing where when those concerns come up, we look at one another and we say, when is a time in our life where God has not provided? And both of us are very quickly silenced, because we know that if we do give God everything, that He will continue to provide, because He is the great provider, and He is the one who has gifted us, and the gifts that He gives are the same, absolutely good in every way. Let go of your comfort and trust that God's provision is so much more than you could ever imagine.